Our president is very busy prosecuting his enemies. His goon squad today indicted his own former national security advisor, John Bolton. He is just brazenly lying about the economy and grocery prices. But he did have a chat with Vlad Putin today, which we know because...
I mean, he's an invasive species.
For California.
For the country, for the world. He's a wrecking ball, not just the symbolism and substance of the East Wing. He's wrecking alliances, truth, trust, tradition, institution.
The chaos returns. It seems America's favorite headline magnet is back in full force. And this time, the chaos feels different. The former president, who never truly left the stage, has once again found himself at the center of a media storm. Between his latest verbal outbursts, political vendettas, and bizarre social posts, he's somehow managed to turn serious national moments into a one-man reality show. Recently, his own former allies haven't been spared. Even John Bolton, once one of his most trusted national security advisors, found himself targeted in what many call another political hit job. Meanwhile, his version of leadership now involves spreading confusion about everything from grocery prices to foreign policy.
Which we know because while he was on the phone with Putin, he posted, "I am speaking to President Putin now. Conversation is ongoing, a lengthy one, and I will report the contents, as will President Putin at its conclusion. Thank you for your attention to this matter." Never mind our attention to this matter. How about you paying attention to this? Why are you posting about...
It is about the United States of America. He doesn't believe in that. He believes in the red states. He's going after, it's a war. He's a wartime president. He's the head of a war party. War on women, war on voting rights, war on Hispanics, a war on this state.
The man once known for draining the swamp now seems to be swimming in it. And then came the call. According to his own social post, he proudly announced he was on the phone with President Putin in real time. Yes, instead of focusing on diplomacy, he decided to live blog an international conversation like a teenager updating his status. It was almost surreal, the kind of thing that makes you wonder if satire even stands a chance against reality anymore. Critics argue that he's no longer running a campaign but crusade, a war on anyone who disagrees with him. A war on women's rights, on voting access, on immigrants, and even on truth itself. His followers call it patriotism. Others call it something far more dangerous. He's not just fighting political opponents. He's battling the very fabric of democracy that once gave him power. But the spectacle doesn't end there. While the political world watches in disbelief, the entertainment world is sharpening its knives. Late-night hosts, comedians, and even governors have joined the fray. Jimmy Kimmel has been particularly relentless.
I mean, this is serious. This guy's trying to get a Nobel Peace Prize. That's what he's going to try to say tomorrow in Alaska, that he's the big guy trying to find peace, really? When he's bringing war to the American people? He put military in the streets, not of Baghdad, and he didn't send the military in his first administration anywhere in the world. He sent the United States Marines into the United States of America in one of the bluest cities in this country, in Los Angeles, one of the great cities, American cities. That's what Donald Trump did. He is a wartime president.
Turning each new Trump blunder into comedic gold. And Gavin Newsom? He stepped into the ring too, but with a scalpel instead of a punchline. Together, they've created something between a roast and a reckoning. Kimmel delivers the laughs, Newsom delivers the logic, and Trump, he delivers the material every single day. What's coming next isn't just another political feud. It's a collision of humor, power, and ego on a scale America hasn't seen before. We'll dive into how Jimmy Kimmel turned Trump's public missteps into a comedic masterclass that left audiences gasping, and the former president fuming.
Some of us could be snatched off the streets without a warrant, based only on suspicion or skin color. Then none of us are safe. Authoritarian regimes begin by targeting people who are least able to defend themselves, but they do not stop there. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk. Take time, reflect on this perilous moment. A president who wants to be bound by no law or constitution.
Jimmy Kimmel's comedy crossfire. When it comes to roasting public figures, Jimmy Kimmel has always had impeccable timing. But lately, he seems to have found his favorite target, and the results have been explosive. In his latest monologues, Kimmel went all in, dismantling Trump's every move with the precision of a stand-up surgeon. It wasn't just about jokes. It was a full-blown comedic inquest. The late-night host started with Trump's strange public statement about ending 8 wars. According to Trump, no president before him had ever ended any conflict, apparently forgetting decades of history in one breath. Kimmel couldn't resist. He compared Trump's comments to someone bragging about winning imaginary trophies at invisible tournaments. The audience roared and the internet lit up. Then came the infamous Putin phone call, which Trump had bizarrely lived posted as it happened. Kimmel pounced again, joking that Putin probably calls Trump whenever he needs a laugh, like Bart Simpson prank calling Moe's Tavern. The crowd howled, and the symbolism wasn't lost on anyone. Every punchline landed with the weight of truth. Beneath the laughter was a sobering reality. These weren't just jokes about one man's eccentricities. They were reflections of real dangers. Kimmel's comedy revealed what speeches often fail to, that Trump's actions had consequences beyond the stage lights and sound bites. His obsession with image, control, and spectacle wasn't harmless.
Daily Beast, Donald Trump's inner circle is becoming increasingly fearful of the impact what he sees on Fox News is having on his decision-making. Trump officials became concerned when Trump asked if he could get a reverse mortgage on the White House in one of those Terry Bradshaw walk-in tubs. A few weeks ago, there were reports that the reason Trump wanted to send the National Guard into Portland is because he saw Fox footage of unrest from 2020, and he thought it was happening in real time. And he still might think that's happening in real time.
It was shaping public perception and policy. Kimmel also mocked Trump's lavish fundraiser plans. A $200 million ballroom dream inside the White House. The idea was so absurd it barely needed exaggeration. With his trademark smirk, Kimmel quipped that maybe if Trump built a ballroom, he'd finally dance around the truth instead of bulldozing it. The real genius of Kimmel's approach lies in his tone. It's not pure mockery. It's a mirror. Through humor, he shows how chaos and delusion have become normalized. Each joke exposes another layer of absurdity until the audience is left laughing and uneasy. It's comedy as commentary, designed to make people think long after the laughter fades. And while Trump's team fumed behind closed doors, Kimmel's clips dominated timelines. Viewers couldn't get enough. It was entertainment and education rolled into one chaotic, hilarious performance. But this story isn't just about laughter, it's about impact. Because right after Kimmel's comedic storm came another, more calculated force. Governor Gavin Newsom steps in, not with jokes, but with razor-sharp precision, exposing the cracks behind Trump's empire chaos.